Welcome to the only cooking competition show on the planet where you can have the winning dish delivered to your doorstep right when this episode is over. Finally, a cooking show where you can actually taste the food. This is On the Menu. Six chefs will compete to have their signature dish featured on our nationwide menu, which means it's available to be ordered on demand in hundreds of different cities across the country. The winning chef will receive a royalty on every order sold. Definitely something worth competing for, but it won't be easy. They'll have to survive 4 extremely challenging rounds, each round answering one specific question. How does it look? How does it taste? Can it be taught? And how well does it travel? Let's meet the contestants. Today we have Rocky, Jen, Hari, Delaney, Gil, and Mo.
What makes this show special is the potential to make royalties off every sale of the food.
Your potential customers, that's you. They won't get a chance to look at the ambiance of the restaurant or experience the smells of your new dish. They'll solely go off of how it looks and your short written description.
Just make sure I listened really close because it's definitely a new concept. I've never heard of this before.
You'll have 1 hour to cook your signature dish, get it styled and look at its best, and that is exactly how you'll be judged. Let me be clear, your judges, they won't be eating this food. Not this round, at least. They'll just be looking with their eyes. Should you decide, we've got Kendra, who is a nationally recognized food stylist and menu consultant. She'll take the dish that you bring her and elevate it to the next level, making sure that your picture is top-notch. If you don't use her help, you'll have no additional assistance, and it's all up to you on how your food looks. The stakes are pretty high because 2 of you will be eliminated at the end of this round. It's time to decide. Would any of you like to style your own food and not use the food stylist? Okay, Jen,
Yes,
you understand what this means?
100%.
Once you make this decision, there's no going back. Hari, same question. You understand what this means. You'll get no help, and it's all up to you.
I feel confident in my ability, and I think I'm up to the task, so let's go.
For your sake, I hope you're right. Your time starts now.
My name is Mo Stewart. I'm from Long Beach, California, and I do Central Texas style barbecue. I'm not necessarily a chef. People call me a pit master, but I do barbecue. Central Texas style barbecue is cooked low and slow with wood and dry rub.
All right, Big Mo, what we got going on here?
Big John, what up, brother? These guys are chefs. I'm in their world trying to do my thing. I'm gonna try to stovetop some tri-tip. All my barbecue buddies will probably be laughing at me if they saw me doing this right now.
It's definitely gonna be a challenge to do my style of barbecue on a stove.
Nice. Now, the most important question is, did you cook extra bacon?
You know what? I got you.
Okay, cool.
I know this is not enough to cover you, but I
Okay,
got
I'm
you.
coming back around.
It's it, I got you. Cheers. Gil, what you got going over there, dude?
Got to start with the pork. It's got to get marinated. My name is Gil Butler. I'm from Burbank, California, and I cook health-focused world cuisine. I mean, I have been cooking for over 10 years. I graduated culinary school, and I've been cooking nonstop.
All right, Gil, how's it going?
Going well.
All right, what are we cooking?
So I'm doing 2 different types of pork. The whole point of this is going to be a protein-packed breast roll.
How you doing on time, man?
I was definitely concerned because, I mean, I make some really tasty food, and I'd say if I were to rank my skill set, making it taste good is at the top, and then presentation is after that. I don't really focus on fancy plating as much.
My name is Chef Jen Giacomazzi. I'm from Orange County, California. I cook all different types of cuisines for my private chef clients, but I do like to focus on what I call California chic. The dish I'm preparing today is a hot honey chicken noodle salad with a citrus peanut dressing. It is layer upon layer of flavor. It's got sweet, it's got tangy, it's got nutty, and it's got hot.
Jen,
Hi, John.
how are you gonna make me a salad fan?
By adding noodles.
Ooh, I love noodles.
I'm also doing a hot honey chicken with boneless, skinless chicken thighs. It'll be fresh, lots of color on the plate, but adding the noodles to it will be a satisfying meal that will be a parade in your mouth with flavors. So,
Nice.
oh boy.
All right.
My hot honey was supposed to come to a simmer and turn it off, and instead I got a little boilage. That's all right.
I got my thermometer if you need it.
No, we're good.
I'm Chef Hari Cameron. I live in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Sometimes my food really pushes people. Sometimes it pulls them in and gives them a hug. But today I'm preparing a dish that really tells my story. I've been very fortunate to travel to Thailand, and through those travels, finding flavors that I really love. You have like spice, sweet, heat, and the fat with the fried chicken. So I'm really inspired. I think this is a really delicious bite.
Hari, what you doing over there?
Man, I call this Incredible Hulk mayonnaise. It looks green, it's strong. I actually toast the buns in mayonnaise.
I'm sorry, did you say you toast the bun in mayonnaise?
Yes, and that mayonnaise kind of cooks on there, makes it crispy, gives nice seasonings. That Japanese mayonnaise has beautiful texture, nice umami. It's delicious.
Nice.
My name is Delaney Workman. I'm from Washington, D.C. Plan on making shrimp and grits because that was the first thing that I ever perfected. And my grandmother, she taught me how to make grits. Every time I was over there, she would make it on Saturday morning. We have a big breakfast, and I made grits with water. She said, "Oh, no, that's not how we do that. We make grits with milk or heavy cream." And from there, it formed as my own.
All right, Delaney, what you over here stirring?
I'm trying to get these grits to act right, and I had to thicken them up or soften them up. I added some half and half, some sharp cheddar cheese, and some butter, just to, get them back to the consistency that we like to see.
You deal with challenges often in the kitchen?
I do. My mom calls me the improvisation chef.
Wow, okay, sounds good. All right, well, good. All right, so overall, you feel okay about it?
I feel amazing.
All right, can't wait.
My name is Raquel Fleetwood. I am from Long Beach, California, and I specialize in modern Puerto Rican cuisine. Today I'm going to be making chuleta frita with rice, beans, and sweet plantains, also known as garlic pork chops.
All right, Rocky, how we doing?
We're doing fabulous. The
All
pork
right.
chops just hit that oil.
I love pork chops.
I've got my rice and beans. I've got my rice in the back.
Good, how you doing on time?
We'll see what happens with this rice. I just want to apologize to y'all for what's about to come off this stove. For any of you guys that haven't had lunch yet,
No need to
grab
apologize.
you an extra napkin from the drool. What?
Do I get to eat it?
Maybe.
Is there some for me?
Maybe.
If there's some for me, then we're in there.
All right, just a few more minutes left. How we doing, guys?
Amazing. Taste some?
I do want to taste some, but I gotta adhere to my own rules.
Oh, man.
It's all about how it looks right now.
Gotcha.
You guys can't smell it right now, but it smells amazing. And the fact of the matter is, the judges aren't going to be tasting these. They're just going to be looking at the picture. Why do we do it this way? Oh, that's right, for you. Because you won't be able to taste it first anyway. You're going to look at the picture, so we got your back.
I was a little bit nervous about my dish being judged on just plating, especially if some of these judges aren't familiar with what Puerto Rican flavors are. But I do think that it should look pretty enticing.
Okay, Hari, so you've got an added challenge here because they're getting to pass off their plates to a stylist.
Yes.
And you are the stylist. How we feeling?
I was one of the contestants that didn't use the food stylist. I've styled some shoots in the past, so I was pretty confident with my ability. This sandwich is pretty straightforward. It really speaks for itself. The beauty is in the ingredients, the flavor, and the technique. So I'm good. I'm there, man.
That sounded good. We'll see how it looks in a second. All right, gotta let you to it. A couple more minutes, huh?
I've never worked with a food stylist. I'm the one that's normally plating my own food. And so I was a little reluctant and apprehensive about it and a little nervous.
You opted out of using a food stylist.
I make my food look pretty on a daily basis. This is what I do. I'm a private chef. I work for clients that count on my food to be visibly appealing to their guests.
As I'm cooking, I'm looking around at all the other chefs, their meals. I mean, beautiful plates and bowls full of food. I did more of kind of what was an appetizer.
I was taught that the way to a person's heart is through their belly, and this is my time.
All right, everybody, stop cooking. Now's the time to start making these dishes look their best. And to do that, we've got Kendra. Kendra is a nationally recognized food stylist and menu consultant. She does this for the biggest and the best. Kendra, super excited that you're here.
Thank you, me
So you're
too.
about to take some dishes and make them picture ready.
Yes, exactly.
How do you do that?
I am arranging the elements on a plate in such a way that it provides height, or perhaps like strategic drips, or maybe putting some seasoning so that you instantly know, this dish comes with XYZ.
What are a couple of the little tricks of the trade?
I have some brushes here, and I will be brushing a little bit of edible oil. It really makes meat pop. It looks juicy, it looks succulent. For example, a lot of times there's little drops of glycerin because it just looks very fresh, like it was picked from the farm and it still has mist on it.
And that gives us the best picture possible.
Exactly, yes.
It's time to meet the judges. Seth is a world-renowned restaurateur. Robin is an award-winning executive chef. And Evie is a nationally recognized caterer. How you guys doing?
Great. Well,
Look, I'm so glad you're here. We are gonna try to taste some food today, but not this round. This round is all about how food looks. Normally, we don't like phones at the table, but today we're making an exception because we're gonna need to look at the images of these dishes. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm gonna send you guys the first image. Okay, first up, Chef Gil with Vietnamese fusion fresh rolls.
In a challenge where taste was not even really being factored, I was probably getting sent home.
visually, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I'd like to know what that sauce is.
All right, next we have Chef Jen.
Very vibrant color-wise. It's very pretty, very attractive.
Yeah.
It's super visual on the plate, tastes just as good as it looks.
I'm wondering if the honey is going to be a little bit overpowering.
Next up we have Chef Mo.
It's barbecue, so you know it's going to be good, but appealing, visually looking at it, it's not the prettiest.
I was a little apprehensive because I worked with the food stylist, and though she's great, I don't know. It's out of my hands, so I kind of know that I did what I needed to do to plate it and get it to the judges, and just was a kind of fingers crossed situation.
I would order it.
I could see a lot of people, my husband especially, ordering the loaded mac.
Somebody a little more famous than us might call it ugly delicious.
Next up we have Chef Rocky.
Totally Puerto Rican, all the way.
It looked like it was made with love.
I was a little bit nervous, but I do think that it looks pretty enough that it should look pretty enticing.
Chef Delaney. She's making a Southern Comfort shrimp and grits.
I'm wondering how it's going to travel. Are my shrimp going to get rubbery?
When he told me that they were going to judge it based off of the picture and not off the food, I really didn't mind.
It doesn't really give me shrimp and grits. It's giving me more of a kind of like gumbo or jambalaya feel.
Got it.
A lot of roux.
Last up, we have Chef Hari.
The hot guy chicken sandwich, I'm wondering if it's still going to be crispy when it gets to me.
There's such a saturation of crispy chicken sandwiches right now in the world that it has to be really, really good if it's going to make it on the menu.
I think it's a cool idea to be judged by the way my food looks. It sounded like a really big challenge to me, and I always like a good challenge.
So do we have a clear bottom two?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go let them know. The judges and I have come to a decision, and it wasn't easy. But there's only room for 4 of you in the next round. That means 2 great contestants are about to be eliminated. Delaney, your signature dish will not be on the menu.
Oh, no.
Honestly, I wanted to learn, like, it is what it is. I'm going to come back. I'm going to do better. I'm going to come back 10 times stronger.
And that leaves one more. I can't stress enough how tough this is, but one still has to go. And that last chef is Gil. Your signature dish will not be on the menu.
I was, of course, bummed, but I was not surprised. I really, from the beginning, felt in a challenge where taste was not even really being factored, that I was probably getting sent home.
All right, we know your food looks good, but the question is, how does it taste? Because I know we all hate that moment where the food that we ordered doesn't taste as good as it looks. We hate that, right? Let's get this food in front of the judges. It's time to taste. Now we're in the second round. We get to actually taste the food. Super excited. So let's go ahead and try Hari's Hot Guy chicken.
Sauce very tasty.
I really want more flavor in the chicken. Perhaps a brine initially.
Agreed.
A little bit more seasoning in the dredge.
Right now, it's like bland chicken fighting against a slaw.
I know I'm the unsophisticated palate here, but I love it. All right, Rocky's pork chops are up next. Let's dive in. Try a little bit of that. Thank you very much.
If I close my eyes, it brings me back home to Puerto Rico. I feel like I'm sitting at my grandmother's table and she just made this for me.
Wow.
Wow.
High praise.
Yeah, I would take that compliment from
Yeah.
anybody. A lot of flavor, well seasoned. You can tell that the chef tastes their food before they put it on the plate to make sure everything is right.
Very well balanced.
Yeah.
The textures are there.
Cool. Okay, well, good. Jen's up next. Hot honey chicken salad. Let's see how this thing tastes.
I think it's big on seasonings, except for salt.
Noodles, should just stay in the pot a little longer.
Maybe another minute or two. I think I could have done without the pasta altogether on that dish.
Ooh.
Right now.
All right, Mo's Loaded Mac. Now let's go ahead and dive in, see what we think.
I was expecting a little bit more heat, not so much sweetness from the baked beans and the bacon.
The beans kind of seem to be taking everything over.
Right?
I'd like some crunch.
Barbecue is love plus time equals barbecue. And I think that this was done hastily to try and have it done on the stovetop, perhaps.
I'll go let him know. All right, the judges and I have come to a decision, and again, it wasn't easy. 4 great tasting dishes, only room for 3 contestants to move on to the next round. That means 1 great contestant must go. And that contestant is Jen. Your signature dish will not be on the menu.
I was disappointed, for sure. I thought that it deserved to go on. And yeah, it was a great dish.
Then there was 3. All right, we know your food looks good and we know it tastes good too, but can you teach it to others? If you win this show, you won't be cooking your food. It'll be cooked by thousands of partner kitchens from all across the country. They're gonna have to be able to not only replicate your dish, but make sure that it tastes as good as you made it. So in this round, you won't be cooking your food. Say hello to the people who will.
Welcome back. Hi. Welcome back.
These chefs are your students. They're your partner. You'll have to rely on them to win this show. They're going to cook your signature dish based on your instructions. Rocky,
Yeah.
you're cooking with Gil.
Ready?
Hari,
Here we go.
you're with Jen.
Let's go.
Mo, you and Delaney.
I know.
Rocky, how you feeling about somebody else cooking your food?
I'll let you know in like an hour.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Okay.
Gil, you feeling confident?
Give me an hour too.
Yeah.
Okay. Hari, talk to me.
As a chef, I don't really like to give up control, so that's a little hard, but I think the dish is pretty straightforward.
You think your dish is straightforward?
If you can fry chicken, you can make some slaw, you can make a mayonnaise, you can make my sandwich.
Okay, we're gonna see. Jen, are you a gadget person?
Not at all.
Because, you know, Hari's pretty high tech with the things he likes to use.
I know this. I am a cutting board and a knife kind of gal.
Nice. Okay, we'll figure it out. All right, barbecue, how we feeling?
You're ready.
I think she's got it. I'm gonna set her up right, mise en place her to success.
Fantastic. I don't even know what those words mean. This is great.
Everything in this place.
I learned from these guys. these
Fantastic. Okay, you guys like your choices then?
Oh, yeah.
You didn't have a choice. Maybe I should switch it up then, huh?
No, since
Nah,
you're so
okay.
happy.
Don't do that.
Good deal. Well, hey, I don't want to cut into your time, but you 3 need to start writing your instructions. That is your only opportunity to communicate to your partners. If you can't teach it to them, how in the world are you going to teach it to thousands of other cooks all across the country? You have 1 pencil, 1 piece of paper, and 1 hour, and that starts right now.
I was really excited. I thought my day was over and, you know, it was just halfway through.
So when John came in and told me that somebody else was going to be cooking my food, I was shocked. So then I realized that Jen is going to be cooking my dish. It seemed like her dish had similar flavor profile and she was pretty proficient, and hopefully I could just write the instruction well enough for her to follow.
I mean, I think Rocky gave me the best instructions that she could have in that short amount of time. If it was in a published cookbook, it would be a lot more detailed, and maybe that would have helped me. But at the same time, too, we didn't have much time, so it was just get down to business, chef to chef. Here's what you need to make, go make it.
Part of my new role at my catering company is just consulting. So I'm very familiar with walking people through recipes and not being there. And I have definite faith in the hands of the chef that it would be okay.
Hey y'all, I'm back. Even though I did get eliminated, I got to work with Mo. Mo is great.
I was a little nervous because I was disorganized with making my own food. So how am I now going to then teach that? I was quickly terrified.
All right, Delaney, how's it going?
It's going.
Has it been challenging trying to execute somebody else's dish?
Just a little bit because he does it his way and I do it my way. So just trying to incorporate the mindset of his way into my way.
Oh, you're incorporating.
Yeah.
Interesting. You think it's going to taste the same?
Probably not. Probably not. But you know, the goal is to make it taste as similar as possible.
I don't know if Mo's going to like that very much.
Me too.
Okay.
I made Mo's mac and cheese, but I did critique his recipe a little bit. And I'm making it and I'm tasting, I'm like, something doesn't taste right. Where's the Gouda? We don't have no Gouda.
Using Hari's gadgets is definitely something I'm not usually comfortable with, in that I don't incorporate that when I cook.
All right, everybody, stop cooking. Now we're about to find out how well these dishes can be taught to others. So what you're about to taste was not made by the contestant, it was made by their sous chef. What you're looking to judge in this round is it identical? Is it consistent with what we tasted before? If it's not, somebody's gotta go. You guys ready?
Ready?
Yes,
All right,
ready.
let's bring out the first dish.
Better seasoned.
Wow.
That was really good.
I
Much
thought
better.
the seasoning.
Wait. Time out. Better?
Yeah.
She did a great job on cooking this.
I know his instructions were explicit.
Well, maybe he should have followed them a little bit better for himself because she did a great job.
Yeah, I agree.
I made a crucial mistake. The judges thought that my chicken could have used a little more seasoning, and luckily, that's what Jen did.
It was juicy, there was flavor. I mean,
It's what you want a chicken sandwich to be.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, good. Let's try the next dish. All right, so how does this compare to the last dish?
I think I might be a little drunk. There's something boozy in the aftertaste.
There's,
Some kind of booze in the, I think in the barbecue sauce, perhaps.
and I like how he diced up his meat, and she has this big chunks of meat on there. It's very hard to cut through it.
He did print out a recipe. I did not need it. I remembered it, and he coached me through the entire process subconsciously. He was very supportive through the entire process, and his dish was really, really good. I'm proud that I was the one who made it.
All right, great. Next dish.
I definitely got lucky. I was able to really excel and I think recreate it pretty much perfectly.
I'm gonna go and try the rice.
I had definite faith in the hands of the chef that it would be okay.
No flavor, bland.
This meat is not.
No, it's not seasoned properly.
The flavoring and the seasoning on the pork chop and the execution is just misses.
Just doesn't taste authentic at all.
Okay, so we've tried 3 dishes that were recreated by other chefs. Who won this round?
Hari.
Yeah.
Hari's dish by far wrote the best instructions, best directions for his sous chef, that it actually tasted better than his dish.
All right, what about Rocky's dish?
Rocky's dish, I was really hoping that her sous chef was gonna be able to execute it. Maybe, I don't know, the instructions weren't written out properly for him, but it definitely...
It was inauthentic. It looked the same and tasted completely different.
Yeah.
All right, so have we come to a decision?
We have.
Really?
I think so.
I'll go deliver the news. Okay, the judges and I have come to a decision. Unfortunately, one of you, we must say goodbye. And that person is Mo.
Oy.
Your dish will not be on the menu. It's time to say goodbye.
So, man, when I learned I was eliminated, it took me a minute. I was pissed.
I really feel like she lost it for him. She did it her way, and her way, unfortunately, wasn't the right way.
She repeated it back to me step by step on how to make this. It's not that hard. So if she did alter it because she didn't like how it was, then yeah, that's stupid.
Welcome to the finale. By now, we know your food looks good, we know it tastes great, and we know you can teach it to others. The final question is, how well does it travel? We're gonna package them up, and they're gonna go for a ride. When they come back to the studio, the judges will taste your dish exactly how your customers will experience it. You guys ready?
But I thought this concept was really unique. I think it's a cool idea to be judged on how it travels and how America will order it. It sounded like a really big challenge.
Yeah.
All right,
Ready?
well, let's get to it.
Good job,
Your time
Chef.
starts now.
Good luck.
Two deliveries. Only one can be the winner. We just have to determine how well each dish traveled. First up, looks like we've got Hari's chicken. What do we think? Looks like it held up pretty well.
I'm a little concerned about the bun, and you really want that crisp, that crunch.
All right, slide that thing over. I'm gonna find out for you.
I was just thinking maybe the heat might start steaming those chips a little bit in that plastic container, which would definitely make them a little
stale.
weird.
Yeah, I can see that. All right, guys, I'm gonna just give it a shot and we're gonna see. Oh man, first of all, flavor's amazing. I will say though, a little bit of the bread soaking all that in, I think you guys are right. When we had it on the plate, the slaw was cool and the chicken was hot and it was just the perfect combination. You can use it, repack it differently, maybe deconstruct it or something.
Slaw on the side.
Yeah, that sounds like
Slaw on the side and then put it there afterwards. Okay, great. All right, let's try the next dish. All right, first of all, let's take a look. We've got the protein in one with the sauce, and then we've got the beans, the rice, and the plantain in the other.
smart way to pack it.
And I'll tell you what, I'd be happy if this got to my house. All right, I think we're done tasting. Now for the hard part. 2 dishes, but as we know, only one can be on the menu. I'll go deliver the news. Why don't you guys come with me this time?
Let's go.
Finally, the moment we've all been waiting for. 4 rounds, 2 contestants left, only room for one of your signature dishes to be on the menu. The next name that I call will be the winner, which means your dish will be immediately available to be purchased all around the country. You will have a royalty on every order, and you will go down as the next and newest item on the menu. You guys ready? The judges and I have reached a decision. Next name I call is the winner. Rocky, your signature dish is on the menu.
Thank you. Wait, they said my name? Oh my God, I couldn't even believe it. Being officially on the menu is life-changing. It's something that nobody's ever had before, so I get to be the first, and it's made my dreams come true.
All right, the moment I promised you in the beginning of the episode is finally here. This dish is on the menu. What that means for you is now you get to finally taste the food. And you have two ways to do that. Hit the website, you can order it, and it'll be delivered to you in minutes, ready to eat. Or for you cook-at-home types, click that link, and we'll send you every ingredient and the instructions so you can cook it and recreate this dish right in your home. I told you it was different. Well, now you get to experience it. I'm your host, John Guyton, and this is On the Menu.